people of Reddit, do you often stay up late because you feel that you haven't had sufficient personal time at home? How does this affect your daily life and routine? I'm up late because of nerve pain in my feet. I take 3 different medications to help dampen the pain so I can sleep and nothing works. There are other medications I could try if my doctor would only prescribe them, but he doesn't want to prescribe those medications because they are addictive or have bizarre side effects. One of the medications I currently take is also addictive and it's worthless but cheap, which is another reason why I guess the doctor won't prescribe any other medication. My insurance would balk over having to pay for a high-dollar medication. 4 of my previous medications were swapped out because of the price and the insurance balked at paying and wanted me to use something cheaper. Cheaper doesn't always work. The insurance thinks it does, but when the issue is cutting to cheaper so the more expensive doesn't cut into the super high profits of the insurance companies, well, you know where they stand. I stay late but not because of this. I have DSPD, that's just my natural sleep cycle since I was a kid. I have no problems with it on my days off or when I'm unemployed. I get healthy amount of sleep, go to sleep always at the same time and wake up at the same time naturally, 4:30 am 11:30 am/12:00. I wake up rested and feeling fine. I only hate that the world is so focused on morning people that if I want to have a job, I get only 2 to 3 hours of sleep every day during work week. Which leaves me feeling awful. I'm always a zombie, which makes me work really slow, so I eventually end up getting fired or quitting, and everyone just thinks I'm lazy. I'm perfectly happy with the way my body works, I just hate the morning people world. No, I'm up late because I have nerve pain in my legs that hurts at its worst every time I lay down or attempt to relax in any meaningful way. It's affected my body in such a way that I can't hold down a job, and I live with my mother who can't really afford for the both of us despite working 2 jobs and has to use credit cards to get by. I normally smoked weed to help this issue, but without a job and money being tight I can't afford it anymore and as such have to depend on medicine that doesn't help any, again, meaningful way. It's gotten the point I have Valium in my cabinet, but I'm afraid to take it for the pain, cause my pain is so chronic I feel I may develop a serious and dangerous addiction to them like the psychological one I had with weed. I can't ask anyone for help since I've been told many times everyone has their own issues they have to deal with and I don't want to be a burden. Right now, besides the pain, it's also the psychological trauma of it all that keeps me awake. And worst of it is I smoke cigarettes as a way of coping with my loneliness due to, in my experience, no self-respecting woman wanting a sick man who's broke, unemployed, and is as thin and unmuscled as I am. I can't gain weight past 120 pounds without eating the equivalent to a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm basically just waiting till God calls my number to the big waiting room in the sky. So yeah. That's what keeps me up at night. How about you guys? I guess so. These times I usually stay up to 6/8 am to just have my little phone time or watch something, maybe play video games in peace and quietness. After that I'd sleep in to like 4/6 p.m. cause I just go back to sleep if I wake up and am exhausted after a few hours, but that stayed with me most of my life, so it not really cause of that. It's really peaceful at night and the vibe is different for sure. But even if I wanted to go to sleep early, I can't unless I pass out from exhaustion. I unfortunately can't do things right away and even have to convince myself for a good half an hour or more to say fuck it and just go to sleep, even if I love sleeping so much. That means I'll go to school after a night of not sleeping or not go at all, cause I won't be able to get out of bed once I fall asleep. Absolutely yes. I stay up late for many reasons, and I've been somewhat of a night owl ever since I was a kid. I would love to get on the farmer's schedule, but so far it's been a no-go. I love the times, few and far between, where I naturally get good sleep and wake up before sunrise. Then I have that nice quiet darkness, where there is nothing to do, responsibilities seem less, and it's me time. Same reason why I also stay up late though, lol. As it gets later into the evening, all the things I procrastinated about sort of go on the back burner and feel like I'm off the hook a bit, huh? I work at home, so my schedule is a bit more flexible. So on the flip side, I often stay up late because that's when I feel more relaxed and finally motivated to get some important things done. If I'm stressed out or anxious all day, then sometimes it's not until late at night/early AM that I start to finally wind down. I tend to become more inspired and introspective at that point in time. But then some days I'm waking up around 3 p.m., and 2 hours later it's already dark out. Sigh, winter will be here soon, must remember to take vitamin D supplements lol. So then the next day, late evening is technically lunchtime for me, lol. It's a vicious cycle. My circadian rhythm is way off. I also read that even if a person is getting 7 to 8 hours of adequate sleep each night, they can still technically have sleep deprivation and symptoms that result from that if they are going to bed or waking up at odd times each day. It's quality of sleep that matters, not quantity. I'm still working on that. As I sit here on Reddit and it's approaching midnight and haven't even had dinner, lol.